Oh, the UK, France, Russia, and the US, so all the standard Western colonial powers here. You got the Qing Empire in China, the two Japanese factions here, I'm assuming, Prussia, the Netherlands, and Costa Rica? Guatemala and Honduras? I mean, Honduras in a Total War game. What?
Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought?
Not me.
Hey, I'm Triple Z Hacker, and welcome back to another Total War Shogun 2 mod video. This mod is Scramble of the Far East, made by the Total Fall of the Samurai mod team. Now, I've always wanted a Victoria Total War game, and this Shogun 2 mod is the closest thing to it. Already you notice the attention to detail here with the artwork. For instance, you have this political cartoon here of the Western European powers along with Japan dividing up China. To truly explain this campaign scenario to you guys, I'm going to jump into the campaign screen real briefly. So as you can see, it's a very ahistorical yet wild affair for this campaign. We start in 1857, and all the Western colonial powers are in competition to control Japan, Korea, Manchuria. Additionally, you can sort of play as the Asian factions as well and expel the filthy barbarian colonizers and basically reign supreme over the Far East for yourself. So yeah, you got all these little tiny footholds here for these Western colonial powers, which again, super inaccurate. I mean, the only really accurate one is probably Russia up here. And you still have the shogunate versus imperial sides as well, but this mod literally is, as the name says, a scramble for the Far East, just like the scramble for Africa was historically. And I mean, you know, you got the US, the Northern Alliance, France, the Joseon Kingdom, Russia, you got the Sacho Alliance here, you have Prussia owning a part of Japanese territory in 1857, which is so weird. You, of course, have the UK, the Netherlands, and you have the Qing Empire as well in China. And out of all the Western colonial powers, I think we know which one is the most excited, right? Joking aside, this is a really interesting setting chosen by the mod team, and I'm really excited to show this campaign to you guys. But before I do that though, if you love Shogun 2, then you'll love my channel, so subscribe for more Shogun 2 content. As for information about the mod itself, I've left a link in the description on it. Also, be sure to check out the mod's Discord to remain updated on its progress. Additionally, the Total Fall of the Samurai team has another campaign in development that takes place during the Carlist Wars and the French conquest of Algeria, which is super exciting, and I'm really looking forward to when that's released. Now, before we get into the campaign, I will go into the custom battles real quickly, and we'll look at some of the units and everything, and then I'll play a few turns of one of the campaigns for you guys. I know I spoiled most of the faction list for the intro to this video, but here it is once again, and I'll go over the entire list briefly. So we have all the major factions from the campaign, Scramble of the Far East. Additionally, we have and I still find this funny, but Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, El Salvador. We also have Spain, Mexico, Portugal, Bavaria, Saxony, and Belgium. Now, there are versions of the mod that I believe have an expanded list, which includes Italy, Austria-Hungary, and other nations as well during this time period. So it's really exciting to see all these other factions on the list. I mean, it's still really cool that Honduras is in a Total War game. Anyways, so you can see each faction has their different unit cards and completely redesigned. They look awesome. Here you can see all the Korean units. If we flip over to the United Kingdom, you can see you got like the General Staff. We have Lifeguards. You also have the Prince of Wales Royal Lancers, for instance. You have the Coldstream Guards. So even got Gurkhas here. Really just super cool units. You got the Black Watch, for instance, as well. It's like a upgraded version of Napoleon almost. And oh yeah, you even got Napoleon III, speaking of Napoleon. So this is also really epic. And I mean, France was relatively powerful at this time. But again, you have just a lot of expanded units for all the European factions. You can even look into like the Qing, for instance, have, of course, you know, the traditional Chinese armor here as well. You have the Japanese factions with some similar units, but this time you have the Denshutai. You have still the Armstrong guns, and you got Gatling guns. I don't know why the Europeans don't have this, but I assume they will. You got a different amount of traditional units here as well. You can see additionally, like we look in Prussia, so again, just really, really cool units here. You even got the Pinkelhelms, those awesome helmets. to go along with some of their units too. And if we even look at, say, like Honduras, they got some units, but again, it's not much. So really cool again that all these factions have these different types of units. You can see like the specific colonial infantry units for the Portuguese, as well as you see with like France, the UK, and others. Now we're going to look at the units on the battlefield, so we'll have a classic Franco-Prussian war battle to demonstrate that. So I'll catch you guys on the battlefield. Alright, now that I'm in the custom battle, let's look at these units, starting with the Prussians, of course, and we'll start with the artillery and work our way back to the general. So here we have the howitzers here, these field howitzers, and I mean, look at that range, 900 range, even got rapid volley with them. But you have the artillery crewmen here with the Pinkelhelm variant of like a helmet or a different style to it, so to speak. It's super detailed and really nice. You have field cannons over here too, just a different artillery unit that you can choose. Now we look at the infantry, and we got the colonial infantry here, and every infantry unit has like this flag with it, like 2 flags, which I really love. It reminds me of like the Napoleon Total War 3 mod, I think, or yeah, that sort of mod. So again, this seems like an upgraded version of Napoleon in my opinion. Then you have the lifeguards here, really cool units. I mean, look at the helmets, for instance, so unique. And the Prussian flags here, super awesome as well. Then you have the regular infantry, and they got the Pinkelhelm, again, one of my favorite helmets in all of history. I might be mispronouncing that too, I'm not German obviously, but you guys know what I mean. And then we have the Hessian infantry here, so you got like the Hessen flag there as well. And of course you have to remember Germany is consistent of just a lot of different states at the time, and so this, I guess, is symbolizing, you know, the North German Confederation, and eventually, you know, what Germany is to become. You have like the Oldenburg infantry here as well with Oldenburg flag, things like that. So really, really cool sets of regional infantry here. Now we go to the Cav, and so we got the Guard Uhlans, and I mean, oh, they look amazing. Helmets look nice. I mean, the lances look super cool with their spears, I guess, so to speak. And then you have like the Cuirassiers, so they got the Pinkelhelm as well. Again, really nice white armor there to go along with it. Really cool flag as well. And then you have the Guard Dragoons here. So again, a different style of helmet, different look to the unit also. And then you have the Lifeguard Cav. So again, really nice variant of the armor that we saw with the previous Cuirassiers. And then we have the General's Bodyguard back here. Course, nice Prussian flag, things like that, and they look very similar just without the armor. So again, all in all, really, really detailed units. Now let's take a look at the French. And each nation, like if you play as the US, you play as the French, the Germans, they speak their native language as well. So when you click on the French units, they'll speak French. Same with the Germans. You'll see in the battle in just a second. But here we have the Garde Genie. So again, just really, really amazing looking units. Got like the Beefeater helmets. You got the 2 flags as well. And you can see that every unit has them. You got the 2 flags here for this like colonial unit here that the French have. Fusilier of the Legion here. They also have a very, you know, standard imperial look that the French army had pretty much all the way up until World War I, or at least halfway through World War I when they started to switch to camouflage. But here you have like the red trousers with the navy coats and everything like that, or navy tops, so to speak, and it's just a really interesting look. And again, you can see the same model here, just with a darker color with the Fusilier, just the regular unit, and again, super cool helmets and everything like that. And again, you got the flags as well. And then of course, let's look at the General's Bodyguard, and this is Napoleon III himself. You can look at him right there, and you can see it's very similar. I mean, look at that, they got most of it down pretty well for Shogun 2 standards, so really cool. And then you got the Bonapartist flag as well for France, so really, really, really nice stuff there with all the French units. Anyways, let's get this battle underway, shall we? There we go, and yeah, you can see they're already firing on us right there. So unlimbered just in time. And yeah, so we can see more of the units. You got, let's look at them while we you know, the artillery shoots, I guess. But we have the Empress Dragoons. I mean, look at those helmets, so freaking cool. And I've been to Paris, and I've seen like the armor such like this and stuff from especially the Napoleonic era as well. If you go to the Les Invalides, where like Napoleon is buried nearby in that church if you go there in Paris, you can see tons of just these armors and sort of things that were worn by the Cav throughout the Napoleonic eras, and I mean, as well as just the uniforms throughout. So it's really cool stuff, and if you're a military history buff and you're able to go, I highly recommend it. So let's see. Yeah, they're just advancing, and oh my god, yes, Prussian artillery will just do the job. So we'll let the French just advance here. We can send the dragoons over here to get a volley off, perhaps, against the chasseurs à pied. Ooh, this is a skirmisher unit. Yeah, their range is 200 actually. That's insane. What's our range? 150 only. Yeah, that's dangerous. But oh, it looks like they're just gonna keep running like idiots because they're the AI. Let's see, they have a good angle. Yeah, most of them missed, but that's because I think the accuracy is way lower, sort of similar to that the Napoleon Total War 3 mod I was talking about. Like, I think the combat lasts a lot longer, which is realistic in a lot of ways. But yeah, you can see here, like, their accuracy is only like 21, for instance. So it's not like Fall of the Samurai where they, you know, you got Marine units with like insane 80 accuracy or whatever. Oh man, oh man. They did not hold back. Ooh, that's not good. Why don't you flex this way to deal with that, and you just come over here to kill the French Cav. Are we losing this fight over here? We kind of are, because they have infantry involved, I think. Although the infantry is dying too. Is it? Somewhat. Well, is that... Who is this? Is this Napoleon III himself? Don't tell me that's Napoleon III himself just getting shot to pieces. Oh, that is. Oh my god. Oh, Napoleon. Oh, you're gonna get captured like he did at Sedan. What are you doing? Silly man. Thought he could take on Prussia. And yeah, you can see, like, just how the units fired. Everything's really, really cool. And I think the reduced accuracy makes the fight last a little bit longer. Maybe not too much, but yeah, the Sang Guard will probably kill most of them. And they're actually, are they bayonet charging? Oh my god. They have axes. They have axes. Wow. Okay, let's send you guys over here to deal with them before we lose our artillery. But yeah, we won this pretty easily. So again, just really, really cool battles, I think, in my opinion. Again, it's like an upgraded Napoleon Total War, and you still have all the Shogun 2 combat and everything, just with a bunch of cool units and stuff. So again, what's there not to like about this mod thus far? I mean, just look at the slaughter. Look at them pulling out axes too. I think that's the funniest thing. They have like axes as a sidearm. So that was the custom battle. Now I'll hop into the campaign and I'll select the faction that I'm going to play as. For the campaign section of this video, there's a lot of great factions to play as, and I'd love to show you all the campaigns. Unfortunately, I can only choose one, as if I were to play them all, it would be a very long video for both of us. Now, of course, you have all the Western colonial powers here for a little ahistorical run and the domination of the Far East. The United Kingdom seems really appealing. They're the foremost colonial power at the time. They've unfortunately drugged all of China with opium at this point, and if they take all of Japan, they'll just dominate tea for existence. Then you have France. I love France. You got baguettes, cheese, wine, onions. I mean, how could you go wrong there? Then you have Prussia, going to be a world power in their own right at some point when they form Germany. And then you have like Russia, who can start the Russo-Japanese War early, I guess. And then you have, of course, all the Asian factions who could expel all the barbarians and take back their stolen land, so to speak. But I think for this campaign in this video, I'm going to be playing as the nation that I was born in. That's right, we're going to be playing as the United States of America. Of course, we all know America's relationship with Japan. You got Matthew Perry coming over here with the black ships, opening up Japan for trade. I mean, 1857, you know, flash forward about 88 years, and America kind of occupies Japan in the post-World War II, so it doesn't seem too ahistorical for them to conquer all of Japan now. Kidding, obviously. But yeah, this should be a very fun campaign, so let's get it started. Finally, I'm in the campaign now, and so the US starts in a pretty interesting position. I like it. It's a relatively safe area. We're just on this peninsula here. We're pretty close to Edo and the Shogun already, and I do apologize. My Japanese isn't good at all, as I don't speak the language, so I might be butchering some of the names throughout, so forgive me. Now, let's take a look at some of the things the campaign changed about regular Fall of the Samurai. So let's look at the faction management here. Oh wow, this is so cool. You got Wellington, Napoleon, and of course our faction leader, Commodore Matthew Perry himself. Look at him there. Is he picking his nose? The fuck? Anyways, I am a little disappointed though, because I know what you guys are all thinking. I mean, where the fuck is Tom Cruise, right? Where's Nathan Algren? Jokes aside though, like this is really cool. And our allegiance is pro-USA. That's really interesting. So I guess this is like pro-imperial, pro-shogun. Yeah, we're democracy. That's one of our faction traits. Liberty or death, democracy, the Union, the Monroe Doctrine. I think that'll like have their different bonuses eventually and stuff like that. All right, let's take a look at diplomacy here. So we got the Odawara here, and they got these two provinces right here. So probably have to go to war with them, but they're allied to Edo, which that's going to be unfortunate to deal with, but we're going to do what we can. Let's get a trade agreement. Okay, so what we want to do? Well, yeah, that's what I figured, pro-USA. So they hate us, of course. That makes sense. So we're going to build, what is it? Police station? Yeah, police station, tenant farm, a trade dock. Ooh. So we start off with a lot of money. So, yeah, this is the faction development thing. So we got European military doctrine, all these, and it looks like the research rate for them is longer. So that means this is a longer campaign. Post-capitalism. Wow. In the 19th century. I mean, Karl Marx, man, that guy is smiling in delight. And he's alive at this point. So he's smiling in London right now, probably where he's staying. Ooh, nationalism and imperialism. Oh wow, yeah, this is all really cool stuff. So again, it seems like, you know, there's a lot of new things this mod has added, which again, it just goes to show how detailed and nice it is. Let's go with infrastructure first. This is gonna hurt with modernization, but really want to get this faction-wide happiness as soon as possible, so I don't have to garrison as many places with troops that often. Okay, and let's see, we got decent starting sized army here, so we'll just send them there to keep public order for now. I mean, we're eventually going to go after the Odawara really quickly, so let's recruit as many troops as we can at the start. Best to just take them out as soon as possible, because they're going to be a problem later. So let's just end the turn and try to get an army to go take Izu, and then we'll go for Sagami really quickly. Alright, so let's just like take everyone and start sending them this way. Might seem silly, but I think we can keep public order here if we just recruit enough units and then they like recruit another, because it's fine if they're upset for a single turn. That's okay. They won't revolt or anything. And then we'll just take Izu and just move on to Sagami, as I mentioned. And I mean, we're gonna like not have a lot of money at the start, which sucks, but just the part of campaigns usually. Oh, look, the Victoria 2 music. Oh my god, I love that game. I've played like so many hours in Victoria 2, so this just makes me like this mod even more. Yeah. Mounting unrest, of course, but we just recruit another troop and everything should be good. Public order should be maintained. Okay. Let's just get this out of the way. It was going to happen at some point. And I think we can just auto-resolve this. Don't really need to fight it. Yeah, we're going to lose like what? How many people? Barely any. Less than 100? 39. Yeah. I couldn't even do better than that, honestly. Alright, so here, what do we want to build? Probably public square, because this leads to the market and everything like that. Yeah. And we do want money, so let's build that just to eventually maintain public order. And I think we're just going to keep recruiting troops, actually, because what we need to do is we need to send enough troops up there to then exempt this from taxation, so we can just immediately march here, because you can see they only have like one unit there. So if we can just immediately march over this way, like the sooner the better. Although they might have an army somewhere. I think they do. We have to fight that army in the field. Let's just try to get Sagami as soon as possible. Maybe take them out. Or see if we can ambush their army. I don't know. There we go. So now we've got public order secured. Let's keep moving. God, there's like barely any movement here. Ah, perfect. Okay, so we got an ambush. Okay, perfect. So let's see. Oh wow, they're gonna be like this. Oh my gosh. Okay, this will be fun. Okay, should be a-okay. So let's just start. All right, let's do Neil Fire. Fall back, because that's Katana Samurai. He fell back right into the Katana Samurai, of course. They also fell back right into the Katana Samurai like idiots. Yeah, this is why you can't drag. Sometimes you have to click. Like, see how the click was coming from this side instead of the center? Yeah, that's like the problem. Oh fuck, I think those matchlocks got us. Guess we'll eventually kill the bow samurai. Oh no, I think they're shooting our general. Did they even kill Katana Samurai? I really don't know. Go kill the matchlocks, I guess. Like I said, I was kind of worried that the Japanese units would actually be very powerful. But this seems to be working just fine. Can't probably move because of Neofire. Fuck. That's an uphill charge, not really going to do much damage. Okay, the general's bodyguard's actually dying though. Let's go kill him. He's pulling a last samurai right there. Not really though. No Gatling guns, but you get my point. Okay, where's the bow levy? Over here. Is Cav actually doing anything? I can't really tell. Okay, they're doing pretty good against the bow samurai. Some of them are dying. It's probably because, yeah, they're decent in melee still. Like I said, I think this is like possibly the decrease in accuracy and stuff is again somewhat of a balancing thing, but also can probably be a problem in a lot of ways because then it makes like any like melee combat unit just overpowered if they touch you. These generals have like terrible like melee attack 7, charge bonus 10, like it's terrible charge bonus. Are those samurais? Yeah, there's okay, they finally broke. Nice. What is good is probably they don't have a garrison now in city. Okay, you three come kill these Teppo samurai. Okay, yeah, let's just take the cav out of there. They're clearly not that good. They're saber cav too, and they're absolutely getting shredded by both. I guess, yeah. They just don't have a charge bonus really that good, and their melee attack's only what, 9? Yeah, it's unfortunate, but oh well. Can y'all come over here and stop killing the Katana Samurai that are routing? Jeez. Yeah, but again, you can see the battles are a lot longer because of the decrease in accuracy. So that's the one slight difference that this mod has compared to Fall of the Samurai for battles. Just get out of there, alright. You can see the bow lever finally broken. Maybe we can just go run them down real quick. I'm gonna speed things up because this battle is all but won. There we go. Pretty solid victory there. I mean, you know, it was an ambush though, so that helped in a lot of regards. But yeah, it took out most of their units, so can't complain. Okay, can we not even make it there? That's really unfortunate. I think we'll go aggressor for now. I guess we'll just do the wealth generated from all farms across all provinces. That seems pretty nice. Okay, we need to get here as soon as possible and just take it. And there's nothing they can do about it. Okay. Oh wow, okay. I really think I should fight this, but I also think I could get away with the auto-resolve. We might just auto-resolve it because I don't really like offensive sieges in Fall of the Samurai, to be honest. Because it usually does not go well and you take a ton of casualties. Alright, let's auto-resolve. Yeah, I figured it would give us that result. So, and it's just like an offensive sieges. You can kind of do well, but we don't really have the cannons, I think, yet. I'd love to get some howitzers or something. Not that the field cannons don't really get the job done, I think. And it sucks we lost this colonial saber cav, but they really weren't doing much for us anyways. Like, they'll save us money in the long run. Make them a vassal, but I think we'll just peacefully occupy. Alright, so we got the Edo and the Kofu. Alright. Just repair this. Alright, let's go to diplomacy. Let's talk with the Edo. Let's request peace. No, that's not It's not ideal then. We'll play a few more turns though. Things are going fine, but not great. It's not great. And it is a very long campaign, but we can, let's see. So they're pro-Imperial. They'll trade with us. Where are they? Okay, they're there. Will they trade with us now? Might be able to come to an agreement. Won't say why. Shogun 2 diplomacy at its finest. What if I give you some money? Like 100? No, okay, they're just not going to trade with me. They're sad that their ally got killed. Happens, you know. I really would like peace with them. That would be great. So hopefully we can get it soon. Send like half the army over there. Wow, lost 0 men. Honestly, just seems like auto-resolving is the way to go. I don't know. Right, head back. And that really like no movement either at all throughout this campaign. But yeah, off to an okay start. We took out the Odawara pretty quickly. We're poor though. That's like an issue. Alright, so we built those things, and I think this is like a pretty good start for the United States. I would love to continue this campaign. Of course, I don't want this video to be too long. But as you can see, I mean, the campaign has a lot of great features. It's a relatively longer campaign style, as you can see with like the development and things like that. But again, that can also be really rewarding, and it can allow you to bide your time and really develop and build up. And I think this mod is truly one of the better Fall of the Samurai mods I've come across, and I really am excited to see where it goes in the future with the future campaigns that the mod team has in store and things like that. But overall, playing as the US was fun. I would love to continue this campaign, maybe sometime like have like an update, eventually just conquer all of Japan and the Far East, playing as the US as well. But definitely check out this mod, you guys. And just again, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe once again if you love Shogun 2 and Total War content from my channel. As always, take care, you guys.